Every parent wants a confident child. But what if the way we try to build their self-esteem is actually tearing it down? In this video, you'll learn 5 powerful, proven ways to help your child become resilient, courageous, and confident, without toxic praise or pressure. Backed by science, rooted in real life, and it starts right now. Have you ever seen your child freeze up before trying something new? Maybe they whisper, "I can't do it," before they've even taken the first step. Or maybe they avoid eye contact, stay silent in class, or hide behind their phone at family gatherings. You want them to believe in themselves, to speak up, take chances, bounce back after failure. But no matter how much you encourage them, something still holds them back. The truth is, confidence isn't something they're born with. It's something we build. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to help your child or teen develop unshakable self-esteem, the kind that lasts a lifetime. Let's get into it. Here's something most parents never hear. Up to 70% of teenagers, yes, 70%, report struggling with low self-esteem. And the effects go far beyond just feeling insecure. Low self-esteem is now directly linked to 1. Higher levels of anxiety, 2. Increased risk of depression, 3. And even poor academic performance and dropout rates. This is more than a phase. It's a silent crisis that's stealing potential right in front of us. But here's the good news. Confidence can be rebuilt. And you, as a parent or caregiver, have more power than you think. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the 5 most powerful, proven ways to help your child develop real, lasting confidence. The kind that can carry them through life's hardest moments. Let's dive in. Here's the part that most people never talk about, and it may be hard to hear. Most kids who struggle with low self-esteem come from loving, well-intentioned homes. Parents who hug their kids, encourage them, cheer them on, and yet, their child still doubts themselves. Why? Because love alone isn't enough. Confidence doesn't grow from compliments. It grows from capability. The truth is, many common parenting habits, things that seem helpful, can actually hurt self-esteem. Things like 1. Constant praise without real effort. 2. Rushing in to fix every mistake. And 3. Saying, "You're amazing," but not letting them prove it to themselves. These habits send a hidden message. You can't do this on your own. And over time, kids start to believe it. But here's the good news. Once you understand what really builds confidence, everything changes. And that's exactly what this video is here to show you. Here's the truth that changes everything. Confidence doesn't come from praise. It comes from progress. Not from hearing, "You're amazing," but from feeling, "I did that. I figured it out. I kept going." When a child pushes through a challenge, no matter how small, and reaches the other side, that's where real, lasting self-esteem begins. It's not about being perfect. It's not about always succeeding. It's about building the belief that they can try, struggle, learn, and grow. So let's stop relying on surface-level praise, and start building self-worth the right way, through capability and connection. Strategy number 1. And it's a game changer. Praise the process, not the person. When your child finishes a task, it's tempting to say, "Wow, you're so smart." It sounds encouraging. But here's the problem. Over time, these kinds of compliments create pressure to always be smart. So when something gets hard, they freeze. They don't want to fail. Because failing might mean they're not smart, after all. Instead, try this. 1. You really stuck with that. I love how hard you worked. 2. You found a new way to solve it. That's creative thinking. This kind of praise builds a growth mindset. The belief that effort, persistence, and learning from mistakes are what lead to success. Not talent, not perfection, but progress. When kids hear praise for how they think, how they try, how they grow, they become more resilient, more motivated, and way more confident over time. Pro tip: use phrases like, I love how you kept trying. That was tough. And you stuck with it. You didn't give up. That's what matters. Let's move on to the next powerful strategy. Strategy number 2. Let them struggle. Safely. Now, I know this one might feel uncomfortable. But if you always jump in to rescue your child the moment things get hard, you may be unintentionally sending him the message, you can't do this without me. Struggle isn't the enemy. In fact, it's essential for growth. Let them feel the frustration. Let them sit in the problem. Let them wrestle with not knowing what to do next. Because when they finally solve it, when they push through without you solving it for them, that's when something powerful clicks inside. I can handle this. I'm capable. And that belief, that they can work through challenges on their own, that's what builds mastery. That's what creates resilience. And that's what fuels real, earned confidence. Remember, struggle leads to mastery, which leads to resilience, resulting in confidence. Now, to be clear, we're not talking about overwhelming them or leaving them unsupported. We're talking about creating a safe space where it's okay to fall, because they know you believe they can get back up. Let's look at the next strategy that builds on this, by giving your child a real sense of purpose. Strategy number 3. Give them real, age-appropriate responsibilities. Here's something we don't say enough. Kids don't just want to be loved. They want to feel needed. Because when a child has a role, a job that matters, they develop more than just skills. They develop a sense of purpose. And purpose turns into pride. Into, I matter. Into, I contribute. Into, I'm capable. The key: make sure the responsibility is real, not fake busy work. Something age-appropriate that genuinely helps the family, the classroom, or the team. And when they follow through, don't just say, good job. Say something that reminds them they made a difference. Try this. Thanks, that really helped me today. What you did made a difference. I noticed how responsible you were. These simple responsibilities, and the recognition that follows, plant the seeds of self-respect. Not because they're perfect, but because they're participating. Let's keep going, and look at the next strategy that deepens emotional security. Strategy number 4 is one most people completely overlook. Model self-esteem yourself. Because here's the truth. Kids don't just listen to what you say about them. They absorb how you treat yourself. So when you say things like, 1. Ugh, I'm so bad at this. 2. I always mess things up. Or, 3. I hate how I look today. You're teaching your child what self-worth sounds like. And it sticks. But the good news: confidence is contagious. So what if, instead, they heard, 1. I'm still figuring this out. 2. That didn't go well, but I'll try again tomorrow. Or, 3. Not my best day, but I'm doing my best. This doesn't mean being perfect. It means being real, and being resilient. Show your kids what it looks like to give yourself grace. To try again. To respect yourself, even when things go wrong. Because if they see you handle failure with confidence, they'll start to believe they can too. Let's keep building with the final strategy that makes confidence stick long term. And finally, strategy number 5. Listen. Without trying to fix everything. Sometimes, when your child says something painful like, "I don't think anyone likes me. I'm just not good at anything," the first instinct is to jump in and say, "No, that's not true. You're amazing. We do it out of love." But here's the hard truth. When we interrupt their pain with compliments, even well-meaning ones, it can feel like we're not listening. Like we're brushing it aside. What they need most in those moments is not to be fixed. It's to be heard. It's to feel, "You see me. You're not afraid of my feelings. I'm safe to be real with you." A simple phrase like, 1. "That sounds really hard," or 2. "I get why that would hurt," can be more powerful than a dozen compliments. Remember, validating feelings equals a powerful confidence tool. Because when you validate a child's emotions, without trying to fix or rush them, you're telling him, your experience matters. Your voice matters. You matter, even when things feel messy. And that feeling, that's the foundation of unshakable confidence. Not because they were rescued, but because they were respected. Let me introduce you to Alex, a bright, curious, 12-year-old, who was terrified to raise his hand in class. Alex knew the answers. He understood the material, but every time he thought about speaking up, one question played on repeat in his mind. What if I'm wrong? What if they laugh? What if I disappoint someone? At home, his parents loved him deeply, but they corrected him a lot. If he misspoke, they'd jump in. If he made a mistake, they'd fix it immediately. The message wasn't intentional, but over time, Alex started to believe, mistakes mean I've failed. It's safer to stay silent. Everything changed when his parents learned one simple shift. Don't just correct, connect. They started listening without interrupting. They stopped fixing and started validating. They praised his effort. That was a thoughtful answer. I like how you explained that, even if it wasn't perfect. And slowly, Alex changed. He began raising his hand. Not every time, but more. He took risks. He made mistakes. And kept going. Because now, he believed something new. I don't have to be perfect to be proud of myself. That's the power of these strategies. It's not about inflating egos. It's about building inner belief. The kind of belief that sticks. The kind that grows confidence from the inside out. If it worked for Alex, it can work for any child, including yours. If you take just one thing away from this video, let it be this. You don't give your child confidence. You help them find it within themselves. You are their mirror, their first voice of truth. The way you respond when they struggle, doubt, or fall shapes how they learn to speak to themselves. Confidence doesn't always show up in big, dramatic moments. It's built slowly, quietly, one supportive response at a time. Every time you choose to listen instead of lecture, validate instead of dismiss, encourage effort over outcome, you're building something inside your child that lasts a lifetime. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present and intentional. Because when your child feels safe to struggle, safe to speak, safe to be themselves with you, that's where real confidence begins. Let's raise a generation that doesn't just look confident, but one that actually believes in themselves, from the inside out. Let's do a quick recap of the 5 powerful strategies you can start using today to build unshakable self-esteem in your kids or teens. Number 1. Praise effort, not outcome. Say things like, "You worked hard on that," instead of, "You're so smart." Why? Because praising effort builds a growth mindset, one that values progress, not perfection. Number 2. Let them struggle safely. Don't rush in to rescue them from frustration. Let them wrestle with challenges. Because every solved problem builds resilience, independence, and quiet confidence. Number 3. Give real responsibility. Kids want more than love. They want to feel needed. Real tasks, even small ones, give them a sense of purpose and pride. And don't forget to say, thanks. That made a difference. Number 4. Model self-respect. Your child watches how you talk to yourself. Swap, "I'm terrible at this" for "I'm still learning." When you treat yourself with grace, they learn to do the same. And, number 5. Listen to understand. When your child shares insecurity or pain, don't rush in with a compliment. Just listen. Say, "That sounds tough." Validating feelings is one of the most powerful ways to grow self-worth. Start small. Be consistent. It adds up. You don't have to be perfect to raise confident kids. You just have to be present, aware, and willing to try. One moment at a time, you're shaping how they see themselves. Alright, you've heard the strategies. Now here's your challenge. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't save this for someday. Pick just one of these 5 confidence-building strategies. Try it today, and then, watch what happens. Maybe you pause before jumping in to fix something. Maybe you praise effort instead of talent. Maybe you just listen. Whatever you choose, start small, but start now. Because every moment matters, and the way you respond today could shape how your child sees themselves for years to come. Comment below. What strategy are you going to try first? We'd love to hear what you chose, and how your child responded. Your story might inspire another parent who really needs it today. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more strategies like these, and share this video with a parent who wants to raise strong, confident kids. Together, let's build a generation that doesn't just survive the world. They know they belong in it.